Okay, have you ever noticed that weird thing that happens where the more you chase something, the faster it seems to run away? Well, today we're diving into a fascinating paradox, the surprising power of wanting nothing, and how it just might be the secret to getting everything you've ever dreamed of.
So let's just imagine two different people, right? On one side, you've got the person who wants. This is the person who's always pushing, always struggling, desperately trying to force things to happen. And that needy energy, well, it actually pushes their desires away. But then you have the person on the other side, the one who seems to want nothing. They're detached, they're cool with whatever happens, and success just kind of flows to them.
I know, it feels totally backward, doesn't it? How can letting go of desire be the actual key to achieving it? So, what's really going on here? Let's dig in and uncover the hidden mechanics behind this strange and super powerful principle. And this gets us right to the heart of the paradox we're exploring. The more you desperately need something to happen, the money, the relationship, the perfect job, the more it seems to just slip through your fingers. We've all been there. But why? Why does this happen?
Well, the key to really understanding this comes from a pretty cool framework called reality transurfing. The best way to think about it is learning to kind of surf the waves of reality instead of constantly fighting against the current. It gives us the rules of the road for why our inner world has such a massive effect on our outer world.
So what is the secret sauce? What's the core thing that separates the person who's struggling from the one who's just effortlessly attracting things? It all boils down to one powerful concept: lowering importance. Seriously, this one mental shift is the key that unlocks the whole thing.
So what in the world does lowering the importance actually mean? It's simple, really. It means taking your goal off this giant, untouchable pedestal. It's about releasing that intense life or death pressure you've put on it and truly understanding deep down that you're going to be okay either way. Your happiness isn't actually riding on this one specific outcome.
And this really frames it perfectly. The person who's struggling is always raising the importance. Their internal chatter sounds a lot like, "Oh my God, my life is over if this doesn't happen." And that creates this tense, desperate energy that just repels opportunities. But the successful person, they lower the importance. Sure, they have preferences, but their vibe is more like, it's not that big a deal. And that relaxed attitude is what creates the space for things to flow right in.
Okay, this is a super important distinction to make. Lowering the importance does not mean lowering the priority. You still focus your attention on your goal. That part's the priority. But you let go of your emotional dependency on the outcome. You're not ignoring your goal, you're just not making your happiness conditional on achieving it. Big difference.
And here's a powerful little mantra you can use to get into this mindset. Just say this to yourself: it will be this or something better. Just feel that. It instantly releases all that pressure. You're acknowledging what you want, but you're also opening the door for even cooler possibilities you haven't even thought of yet.
Okay, so this leads to a deeper question, right? Why does this mental shift have such a real, powerful effect on our physical reality? The answer is all about the mechanics of energy, attention, and how stuff is actually created.
You see, when you put way too much importance on a goal, you fall into this trap of trying to control the how. You try to micromanage every single step, and that urge is almost always fueled by negative stuff like fear or anxiety. This not only blocks all the unexpected creative solutions from showing up, but, and this is the big one, it forces your attention onto the lack of your goal. And whatever you focus on, you create more of.
This slide really gets to the heart of it. It's about where you're locating your happiness. Most of us are playing the feel great when game. I'll be happy when I get the money, when I find the relationship. Our happiness is always conditional, always out there in the future. The game changer is switching to a feel great now strategy. You just decide to feel good now, no matter what's going on outside.
Because here's the bottom line. Reality responds to your energy, not your words. You can say you want success all day long, but if your deep down feeling is one of lack and desperation, you're basically broadcasting lack out into the universe. And guess what the universe is going to mirror back to you? Exactly.
All right, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do you get into that powerful state of wanting nothing while still going after the life you want? Let's walk through the practical steps.
Okay, first you gotta wrap your head around this idea. Everything in your life right now, your job, your car, your relationships, that's all part of the known. It's the physical world you can see and touch. But all your future goals, your desires, they exist as pure potential in the unknown, which is this non-physical, energetic field of infinite possibility.
And this chart lays it out perfectly. See, we spend so much of our time trying to rearrange the same old pieces in our known world. We try to force things, to muscle them into place. But real mind-blowing creation happens when we learn how to pull from the infinite energetic potential of the unknown. That's where you attract, you don't force.
So, how do you bring something from that magical unknown into your physical reality? Well, it's kind of like a four-step dance. First, you connect with the energy of your desire right now. Second, you assume the feeling of the wish already being fulfilled. Third, you detach by lowering the importance. And finally, step 4, you just allow the how to unfold on its own, without you messing with it.
Now, let's be clear, this is not about sitting on the couch and doing nothing. It's about the quality of the action you take. There's a massive difference between inspired action, which feels light and energizing, and forced action, which feels heavy, draining, and full of struggle. One is flow, the other is a fight.
So, let's boil this all down to a simple 3-step practice you can start using like today. Step 1. Figure out the feeling your goal will give you and focus on feeling that feeling now. Step 2. Consciously let go. Release your death grip on exactly how and when it has to happen. And step 3. Listen for those little nudges and take the actions that feel genuinely exciting and inspired.
So I'll leave you with this question to really chew on. Just take a moment and think about it. What amazing opportunities, what brilliant solutions, or what incredible people might be waiting right outside your door, just ready to come in, the very moment you finally let go of the desperate need for them to show up.